Shriman, His Divine Grace, by Chadar, Srivach Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki, Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath, Shyama Kund Radha Kund, Giri Govardhan ki, Brajabhumi Vrindavan Dham ki, Maipur Navadip Dham ki, Harinam Sankirtan ki, Harinam Sankirtan ki, Harinam Sankirtan ki. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sisi Guru and Gauranga. Krishna is the doer. Okay? Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Sri Radhe Vrinda Vaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvisheshanyavadi Tvachata Deshatarine. So, Krishna is the doer. Who else is doer? Maya dakshena prakratihi suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. He is a doer, but he is not a doer like us, working like ash for working hard. His main doing, what he is doing is totally different than what we think. Just like a CEO, a owner of a company. Of course, this is a crude example. It's not quite good example, but let's say king. A king is doer in his kingdom, but not that he will personally do everything. He will have his government, he will have his police force, kind of military force. He makes the law, have somebody makes the law and he approves it. His main doing is different. His main doing is he around the clock, eternally, he enjoys and enjoys and enjoys. That is what he is doing. He has nothing, he geared up everything. Maya dakshena prakratihi. Under his direction, Prakriti, unlimited energy, is working. Unlimited kind of energies are working. His main energy that he wants to enjoy is Radharani, Sakti. Radharani is his pleasure potency, Sakti. So, Parasya Sakti Vividaiva Suyate Swabhaviki Gyan Bal Kriyacha. He has unlimited potencies. So he is working through all these potencies. But he is not directly doing anything like a busy man would do. He's a lazy, intelligent fellow, Krishna. Lazy intelligence, his laziness is enjoying with his pleasure potencies. That's his business. A king's business is to enjoy with his queens, or sporting with his friends, or doing what he exactly would like to do. But whole kingdom is going on very well, very nice under his superintendence. He is the one who is doer. But he is not doing. He is enjoying. So Krishna is the main doer and we are his part and parcel. So we are also a doers. He is totally swatantra. Janmadhyasya itaratasya artheshu abhigna swarat. He is swarat, swatantra. He is totally independent. He can do and he doesn't do. Achinta Veda Ved. He is the doer. He is doing everything. Of course he is doing everything. But he is not doing also. Just like a king, he is in your home also through his energy. If you kill your kinsman, immediately king is present in your house. And he will find out who killed who through his potency, police force, military force, some other way. He personally will not come to your home, but he will find out. He is there through his potency. So Krishna is like that. Maya dakshena prakriti suyatesa. Or Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Durutyaya Mamewe Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. Through multifarious energy of Maya potency, divine potency, marginal potency. We are marginal potency. He pulls the strings. He announces what he wants and it happens. He doesn't have to move his hand and legs like us. Mere Ichha Sakti. He desires and it happens. If I desire, I want big, huge temple. And immediately temple can manifest. That is Ichha Sakti. Krishna can desire, let there be creation. And there was creation. Ichha Sakti. Just like we have Sakti, I can move this telephone, I can play mridanga, Sakti. So Krishna's Sakti, Ichha Sakti. He desires and it happens. So that is God. Everything evolves around him. He is cause of everything, not causes are cause of Krishna. Everything, the cause of the all causes is Krishna. He is the doer. Through his Sakti, he manifests this material world. Material world is garbage.
Gel.
Stinky, huh?
Gel.
And gel means garbage. Nobody likes garbage or gel. Same thing. So he is not the doer in material world. He is doer, but he gets it done. Just like king is a doer, he gets it done. So He has his own
agent.
house, palace in Golok Vrindavan.
He has his own agent. No?
Yes, he is in Golok Vrindavan, in his palaces, in his pleasure groves, kunja, nikunjas. He expands himself into his pleasure-giving potencies called gopis. Nijarupa taya kalabi goloke vanivasati akhilatma bhuto. How does it start? Nijarupa taya kalabi. So Krishna expands himself into pleasure-giving potencies such as Radharani, her expansion into millions, jillions, unlimited, almost unlimited gopis, beautiful damsels of Vrindavan. Every woman, every gopi is so much different than others, and they all equally are beautiful than one another, or beautiful in the sense some give more pleasure to Krishna, some gives less pleasure to Krishna. Amongst them, Radharani is the chief. Krishna's. So anyway, why I'm going with this detail? Because Krishna is the doer, but that is not his main function. His main activity is not maintaining, creating, or doing everything in this material world. His main doing is have transcendental pleasure, enjoying pastimes. That's what he's doing. And through his potencies, especially illusory potency, he creates this material world. So he becomes Karanodakshay Vishnu. He expands himself into doing things. Personally, he doesn't do. He expands, first expansion is Balaram, and then from Balaram first quadruple expansion. And then from that Sankarshan, Pradyuman, Anirudh and Vasudev, Sankarshan, the second quadruple, the first expansion, quadruple expansion is in Golok, Vrindavan. Second quadruple expansion is in Vaikuntha. And this is why he expands, to do things. So this quadruple expansion does everything in spiritual world. From that Sankarshan, in material world, he expands himself into Karanodakshay Vishnu. And from his excelling, unlimited universes are created. And each and every universe he expands into Garbhodakshay Vishnu. And from Garbhodakshay Vishnu, he expands into Kshirodakshay Vishnu. And all this Vishnu, Brahma and Mahesh, they maintain, annihilate and create material world. And they are the doer, secondary creator we call. Krishna is the chief, original, principal creator. And these are all secondary creators through which he is doing this dirty material world. He's maintaining, he's doing everything through them. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So Krishna is a lazy intelligence. Laziness is he wants to enjoy with his with his girlfriend, boyfriends, father, mother. Vrindavan paritajya padam ekam na vigacchati. Vrindavan chhod ke, he doesn't leave Vrindavan even for one step. Because in Vrindavan, Golok Vrindavan, he is enjoying to the fullest extent. That's all he is doing eternally. Not just some years or some eternal, what he is doing eternally? Enjoying pastimes with his intimate devotees, such as gopis and mitras, friends, father, mother, his servants. He enjoys. So he's the doer. Not a blade of grass moves without his sanction. So what that means is, we can take an example. Krishna has given us independence because we are part and parcel of him, Krishna. So we are also having that mood, enjoying mood. But we are very small, and that's why we make so many mistakes, thinking that this is enjoyment, illusory, Maya. And we indulge in that and we baffle. We get spanky. So, we have our independence. We are also doer. And Krishna is supreme doer. He has to sanction. So, example is, you have a cow and you tie a cow to one post and you have certain 10 feet, 15 feet long rope. So cow has independence within that rope. She can sit down, she can stand up, she can graze, she can drink, whatever, within the radius of 10 feet. Beyond that, she has no independence. Minute independence. Prabhupada says we have spirit soul has minute independence. And Krishna is Swarat. The rest of the area belongs to Krishna. He is the doer. He is the doer within our circle also, but he gives us independence. So, not a blade of grass moves without his sanction means he is a controller. Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti. Or Devi Esha Gunamayi. He pulls strings with the guna, three modes of material nature. So he is the doer, but not like us. He is a lazy intelligence. He does what he wants to do and at the same time gets things done through his potency. So we can spend so much time on this subject, elaborating, but this is how he functions. This is how he does things. And we should do the same thing. We are his part and parcel. We should enjoy. But somehow or other we have embraced to illusory energy thinking that this is enjoyment. And we cannot come out that cocoon. We are not able to come out of that cocoon. This is enjoyment. Money and honey is the only enjoyment. And that's what everybody is. We have so many thousands of followers here of this temple. They are indulging in this illusory. They can come here and hear the discourse. But they think we should grab the opportunity to become totally success and totally fortunate. So we have to understand Krishna like that. Krishna is the doer, but he is a lazy doer. Lazy intelligence means a company's owner, he comes to 3 hours in the company and he says, you are fired, you are hired, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, and you rascal, you this, that, and he just fires up company in a gear, he puts into gear, and after 2 hours he goes and play golf. Prabhupada says, rest of the time he is enjoying playing golf. So that is lazy intelligence. Busy intelligence is that he remains busy himself. And without me it cannot, this cannot be done. I have to do it. I have to do it. Nobody can do it. And he is busy, busy, busy. And the company's owner also says a busy man can do one more thing. So make him more busy. Make him more busy. The more you do, the more busier you will become, because they will load you up. So this is busy intelligence. And lazy intelligence is first class. Second class is busy intelligence. Third class is lazy fool. He's fool number one, does not think, and he sits down in one corner. He's lazy and has no intelligence, so he does no harm. But worst one is busy fool. He's fool number one, torfar, breaking and making, and he's busy, so more harm. That's the worst one. So Krishna is that lazy, intelligent. You do everything, you do. I'm that, I'll pull your string, but you do everything, you do. But ultimate doer is Krishna. He will pull your string through Maya or through divine energy. He has given us intelligence, but our intelligence is stolen by Maya. So we have to become lazy fool like Krishna. That means we should enjoy. And enjoying means Krishna consciousness. You have to join Krishna consciousness. You have to wear Krishna conscious dress. You have to wear tilak, sikha. You have to study scriptures. You have to have a spiritual guide. You have to have so many things. This is bliss. This is bliss. But we are not convinced that means that much you are in Maya. This is a life of freedom. Life of freedom. Such a beautiful life. But illusory energy has make you occupied with her. Like that. Krishna is the doer. We have minute independence. We try to do things, but we baffle. Maya, yes. Krishna Surya Sam, Maya Randhakar, Jaha Krishna Tahavahi Maya Radhikar. Any other question anybody has? Enough for Krishna is the doer, or you want more lecture? Was it good?
Yes.
So Krishna is doer. Any other question?
So when we think When we think we are doing it, it's like a
Ankar.
swan under the car. Kutta uske niche.
Yes. Mataji is giving very good example. Narsingata, he sang this song in Gujarat. He is very famous Vaishnava poet. He says, હું કરું એ જ અજ્ઞાનતા सकटनो भार जेम स्वान ताणे I'm the doer. He thinks like that, but he's not the doer. Just like a kutta, just like a dog walking under the cart which is pulled by two ox. The dog is thinking, oh, I am pulling the big, huge cart. I am very powerful. Dog is thinking like that. I am pulling. So, હું કરું, I am the doer, એ જ અજ્ઞાનતા, that is illusion. सकटनो भार જેમ શ્વાન તાણે. Just like a dog walking under the cart thinks that I am the one who is pulling cart. I'm very powerful. I can pull the cart.
You cannot move your hand without Krishna's mercy.
Yes. Anybody has any other question or subject or any? 8 minutes. Your one, I took one.
No, just in continuation.
Question. Okay, in connection. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So we know that Krishna is the doer and we do our
I
part.
can't hear that part.
He says, we know the Krishna is doer, but we do our part.
We know that Krishna is the doer and we do our part, and we should remain unaffected by the result.
We should remain
Unaffected by the result.
unaffected by the result.
Yes, something in connection to that.
Yes. Yes, because we are very minute living entity. So, and with lots of fat, big, huge ego. So, we think we are the doer. That's a big mistake. Whatever is within our fortune, Krishna will give us. He will give us that rope. He gives us that rope. And we should be satisfied and happy within that circle. That's the intelligence. Krishna has given everybody their fortune, whatever they deserve. Krishna is the one who sanctions how much we deserve. And believe me, if you have come and sit down today in this temple, you are the topmost fortunate person on the planet. But we don't recognize that and practice it. So I don't know whether I'm justicing your question or not. Thank you. Any other question anybody has? Yes.
So we keep on hearing Krishna is the doer, Krishna is the cause of all causes, and Krishna has to sanction. So we see there are a lot of wrong things going on in the whole world, making the world is very
In whole material world.
yeah, whole material world. So how do we understand this? Because of course we cannot say Krishna is sanctioning, that's why I am doing this. It's a wrong.
Krishna is not sanctioning.
Yes. So
Krishna, when he gets fed up, then yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata abhyuttanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamiham paritranaya sadhunam. So Krishna can absorb so much, and if it is limits, beyond the limits, then he will come and straighten out everything. He may not come. He is a lazy intelligent. He He may not come, then he can send his avatar, Kalki or anybody, because he gets things done. Not that he is a doer, he is the ultimate doer, but his doing is with Radharani and gopis. His Swarup Shakti. I really forget that Brahma Samhita sloka. All he wants is enjoy. Krishna means enjoyer. He doesn't come into this kind of petty, things that he wants to improve. He can send his avatara. There are unlimited avatara in unlimited Vaikunthas. Each Vaikuntha is avatar, and they are unlimited. And Krishna's desire that this avatar should go, so that avatar means descend. Avtarit jo hota hai, descending. So that incarnation descends on this particular earth planet and straighten things out. So that is his potency. Unlimited parasya sakti vividaiva suyate swabhaviki gyan bal kriyacha. Unlimited potency. So it will be recognized by Krishna, and when Krishna will get fed up, he will send somebody, or he may come personally. That is up to him and his devotees. That is, he has a choice, but most likely he will send somebody. His main function is to enjoy Krishna, one who is enjoyer. Any other question or subject?
वर्ड શું હતું એ તમે જે કહેતા હતા એનું સંસ્કૃત શું હતું?
Brahma Samhita Sthabirya eva nijarupataya kalavi goloka eva nivasati. What is the beginning? Oh yeah, that's it. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitavi Sthabirya eva nijarupataya kalavi goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So how did that start again? Ananda Chinmaya. Also remember that first. Old age is coming very, very fast. Doesn't matter. We'll still we'll die preaching, we'll die in the movement, we'll die fighting Maya. Body will get retarded, but we will not get retarded. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitavi. Any other question? Subject? Yes, Prabhu?
Maharaj, why does it happen that, for example, the incident that happened, the train accident, where so many people got killed? Now people have a question that if Krishna is the doer, similar question to Prabhuji's, okay, bad people gets punishment, but in that instance, even good people are also getting the punishment. So how do we understand this?
Yeah, but it's called combined karma. But you think it is a good people, but they may not be good. In the past lives, what they have done, who knows? I looks good right now, looks like a good devotee, but what did I do in past life? Those karma are stored in a silo, and now whatever is coming out is prarabdha karma. Kriyaman karma, I must have done something wrong. Then it's stored, called sanchit karma. It gets stored, and then at the bottom it comes out, called prarabdha karma. So who knows? Anadi karma phale padi bhavar nava jale tari varna kain upay. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. anadi karma phale. We as a devotee with a pure devotion can put an end to all karma, especially diksha. Diksha kale shishya kare atma samarpan, se kale Krishna kare atma sam. Diksha kal, our karma becomes null and void. So combined karma it is. And who knows, today I look good sage and past I may be so sinful. So it's they haven't burnt up their bad karma. So that's why Krishna says karmas are very complex. Gahana karmana gati. Gahan, very intricate, very complex. Gahana karmana gati. Yes.
You mentioned that, in past lives or in previous years, we may have done some bad karmas. And my question is, what effect does chanting the holy name have on past karmas? Does that remove the karmas? Does it do anything?
One holy name, one holy name which is pure. It's called pure holy name. Holy name is pure, but our chanting is not pure. So when we chant purely holy name, then all our past karmas are forgiven, null and void. But that Suddhanam, pure holy name, means we have to avoid 10 offenses. 10 offenses we have to avoid and chant. So, one pure holy name have full potency to put an end to all karmic reaction. But we have to chant without offense. Any other question or subject? Any subject? Yes.
Maharaj, can you share some of your interaction with the Srila Prabhupada?
Okay, before that, anybody has any subject question? Yes.
Maharaj, in Bhagavad Gita, they said Pandit Sam Darshana. In temple, we tend to see everyone like as devotees. How can we see all world as part and parcel of Krishna? How can we develop that vision?
First of all, we have to develop ourselves to become some darshan. But we are not. So then you cannot see everybody equal. A spirit, soul in everything.
You have to see Krishna.
Huh?
You have to see Krishna in everybody.
Yeah. That's what he said. Right? What was your question?
How can we see everyone with equal vision? Like in temple we see like, yes, this is devotee, I should respect them or her. Prabhuji, we say like Prabhuji. And outside, if somebody says something wrong to us, we get so annoyed. But if that same thing had happened here, we would have kept quiet or something like that. So we should see everyone as part and parcel of Krishna. If someone did something wrong to me, it might be because of my karma. Like Krishna is giving my karma through him. How can we develop that vision that he is part and parcel of Krishna and it is him only and I should not be annoyed by anything? Practically.
There are 3 stages. Neophyte stage, Madhyam Adhikari and Uttam Adhikari. First, second and third class devotees. So you cannot see unless you have reached to that pure devotees platform. You should discriminate. The pure devotee means he has nothing left with him except love of Krishna. He throw his hand in the air. There is nothing for him except Krishna. So then you can have that vision, equal vision. But if you are not at that level, then we have to discriminate. This is first class, this is second class, this is third class. Otherwise, we make mistake, our progress may hamper, so many things can happen. So we have to see everything at our level. How pure I am, that much we can judge others. Because you cannot put third class devotee on first class status or first class devotee on third class level. We have to discriminate. Prabhupada, if we treat him as third class, it's a problem. And for third class devotee, we treat him as Prabhupada level, he will get puffed up, he may fall down, or it may turn out to be violent even, who knows. So we have to discriminate according to our status. If you are pure devotee, then yes, you can see by equal vision.
So how can we deal practically with people outside?
How can we practically
deal with people outside?
Deal outside. Outside you should be like a tiger. Because they are not pure devotees. They are not even devotees, third class devotees. They are karmis, they are into sense gratification. Of course we don't want to see them as a demon, but their function is like a demon. So much slaughterhouse, eating meat on every street corner and having four regular principle break all of four at once, and this is demoniac. So we have to deal with demons like at their level. Unless you are very pure devotee like Jesus Christ or Haridas Thakur was beaten up. If you want to act like a pure devotee, then it's a different story also. It depends upon circumstances, time, place, circumstances. We have to deal according to. Prabhupada says you should be like a lion outside and a goat inside. When we come into temple, home, we should be like a goat, dealing properly. But outside it's a very demoniac culture. Very demoniac. Doesn't matter India or America, same thing. Slaughterhouses, drinking, and illicit sex, gambling, everything all over the globe. Same thing. So we should be dealing like that, at their level, out there. Otherwise we won't be able to function. Come to the temple, surrender and become a devotee, then you don't have to deal with them. You deal with them as much as you want to deal with them. Distribute book, distribute prasad, distribute holy name. So you deal like that and come to the temple again, come to home, your home, which is temple. And we can make our life very, very blissful this way. But more material desires and more material demands means you have to deal with material world more and more. If you have spiritual desire, spiritual want, everything, then Prabhupada has given us very nice institution, ISKCON. We can practice at home also. Any other subject here? Question?
Tomorrow experience, Prabhupada Sadhana.
Okay, if you want that, I'll give to Mataji. She will tell you all about it. I have some books here. You can get for $15. Secret of Sacred Marriage. Young people everywhere. Nice marriage book. How to choose your partner and what are marriages, what are the rules you should follow in marriage, how to raise children in Krishna conscious ways. It's a secret. And another one is whims of mind. What is mind? How does it work, function, and how we can tackle mind and what it takes to control, etc. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya, 6 ripus, 6 enemies of ours, lust, anger, greed, 3 ways to hell, and one more book. Actually, I have many books, 23 some books, but just 3-4 kind of books here. I couldn't carry all books from America. Guru, Shishya or Diksha. Why take Diksha? Why swear Guru? And what Shishya, a disciple should do? What is his qualities? What is Guru's qualities? And how to choose your Guru, etc. And Diksha.
They're going to translate in English.
We're going to translate everything in English. But it looks like this is the only book. One book. This is one book only. 3 books on marriage and 3 books in whims of mind. So anybody wants to? Okay.
I'll tell how he became a devotee, and then I will tell when he met Prabhupada. He was studying in St. Louis. So he went to downtown and he saw Harinam Sankirtan. Devotee was doing Harinam Sankirtan. So he crossed the road and he met them. And then they gave him a book, Back to Godhead. And then they said that our center is this place. And it was near his apartment, so he could go. So that's how he associated with devotees. He used to go to the center and talk to them. And they have a Panchatattva picture that time in 72. 71, I think. 70 or 71. So after that, in 73, we moved to Toronto. And when we moved to Toronto, we couldn't find the center there. We didn't know where the center was because it was in a small house. So one day his friend told him, let's go to the temple. So he thought it must be a Vishwa Hindu Parishad or something. So he didn't want to go. So that devotee took him to Mangalarti by force. He says, no, I want you to come. So when he went there, he found out it was Prabhupada temple, ISKCON. So he was so happy because we were looking for one. So then we start going temple every Friday, and we used to come home Sunday. So we had a good association of the devotees. So we really liked it. So Prabhupada came in 75, and the president called us because we were living far, like 35 kilometers or something. So the president called that come because Prabhupada is here. So Prabhupada came Thursday night. So we thought we would go Friday and stay until Sunday, because that time he was working. So when we went there, then the president called me next morning. He said, "You are unlucky." I said, "What happened?" He says, "Prabhupada has some emergency came and he left." So we feel so bad that why we didn't went to the temple. So then when Prabhupada came 76, we decided not to miss. We went to the airport. So before I go to airport, I had a garden in my house with nice roses. So I made a garden. And when we reached to the airport, it was so much rush with the devotees, so we couldn't offer. So we reached before Prabhupada to the temple. And the temple have a two door. One goes this way, one goes this way. So Prabhupada was going this way. Then he went this way. So he can meet him in the lobby before he goes to the temple room. So he started offering the garland, and all the sannyasis and brahmacharis said, "Not here, not here." So Prabhupada says, "No, let him offer." So he offered the garland, and then he started paying obeisances right there, because when you see your guru, you have to pay obeisances. So he paid obeisances, and everybody says, "Not here, not here." And Prabhupada said, "Let him." We saw Prabhupada first time, and then he paid obeisances. Then Prabhupada lifted up his right foot and put it on his head. So that was the mercy he got. Because Prabhupada doesn't usually give that mercy, but maybe he was very merciful. We needed it. So then he went in the temple room and he had a darshan of Gornitai and Radha Gopinath and Jagannath. He took Jagannath. Then he sit down on the Vyasasana. And then he started taking out the garland. He has so many garlands because at the airport so many people put. So in my mind I told Prabhupada, "Now you're going to take out my garland, you just wear it for 2 minutes." So Prabhupada took that garland and then he took out some other, and then he put mine back. So I feel like he read my mind. He was always very merciful to help a devotee. So that was a garland story. And then he used to go to morning walk. But that was a brahmachari temple, so only the man was going with Prabhupada, not the ladies. So we used to cook something or decorate his Vyasasana, things like that. So when he went there, he thought, "Let me ask question to Prabhupada." So he goes to Prabhupada and said, "Prabhupada, I had a guru. I have Gaudiya Vaishnava guru. Should I take a diksha from you?" So Prabhupada has a cane and he stopped. "Who is your guru?" He wanted to know who is his guru. So he says the name of the guru. And he says where he lives. So he said he lives in Vrindavan. So Prabhupada says, "I know him." Because Prabhupada used to live in Vrindavan too. He says he keeps woman servant. So maybe indirectly he said that you should change your guru. But before he says something else for his guru, he went back. He didn't stand there, and then the subject changed. And then in a few days, Prabhupada was giving diksha when he came to 76. And our name was there, Vishwakarma, because we used to go Friday and serve in the temple until Sunday. So the temple president said, "These two devotees are ready to," there's so many other too, but they put our name too. They can take diksha. So I was so happy that Prabhupada was going to give us first and second, both together, that way we can serve in the altar. But his mother came on 11th and he came on 16th, 5 days after. So mother said, "You cannot have two fathers because you already Gaudiya Vaishnava you have a Gaudiya Vaishnava Guru, so you can follow him, but you cannot take Diksha. So I told him that you don't take, I will take. But he said we'll take together. So then that time we couldn't take. But afterward Vishwakarma wrote later to Prabhupada and then we got it. So that's how we got the Diksha. And then when Prabhupada came in 75, he went out the city little bit. And because the temple Prabhupada came, it was very small, smaller than this, half maybe. So Prabhupada said we should have a bigger temple. So they went out and Prabhupada saw one church and he says, if this church come on sale, please buy it. So after a few days after Prabhupada left, that church came on sale. So Vishwakarma went to buy it and the church guy said, I will burn it but not give you. Because we are Hare Krishna. So what Vishwakarma did, because Prabhupada's desire was very, so he wear wig, because he has 7 hairs, so he put the wig on. And he went there and the church guy didn't recognize him. So he sold the church. And then when Prabhupada came in 76, the church was a temple. And then he helped building the altar there. And they was collecting money because all of a sudden they have to buy a temple. So they went to him, how much you can give. So he gave them a blank check, write down whatever you want. Then they write down $5,000 that time for the temple. So somehow they by card and stuff we paid. So, but it's good we gave it to Krishna's service. And then Prabhupada went to India. He wrote later to everybody. Oh, he came to Rath Yatra and he went to Rath Yatra. And he met Prabhupada there too. And then Prabhupada went back to India and then he wrote later because he was coming back in 77. But from London he went back because he was sick. So he wrote later to for all different temples that whoever wants to associate with me, they should come to India. So one of my friends was going, so I asked him, can I go? He said we will go together. So my friend went and she took second initiation from Prabhupada, Brahman. And she made a Malpura. Prabhupada likes Gujarati Malpura. So she made that for Prabhupada. And before I got initiation, because Prabhupada went back, so I asked Prabhupada. I was praying to Prabhupada so hard in each beads. Prabhupada gave me Diksha, Prabhupada gave me Diksha. And then Krishna Maharaj wrote later that you are already Gaudiya Vaishnava, you don't have to. So I feel so bad. I said, Prabhupada, no, put me in your boat. Then one day Vishwakarma called me and he says, guess what? You're going to get initiation. And I had a desire that my name can be like Radha Gopinath, so I can remember you. I wanted to have a name like that. So I got my name Amrita Keli. That Kirchor Gopinath stole the kheer. That's the name Prabhupada gave me. So Prabhupada always gives name what you want to have. So many devotees have that experience. One devotee wanted his name Radha Madan Mohan. So Prabhupada giving beads and he says, we already have Radha Madan Mohan here. So I cannot give you this name. So he gave something else. One devotee was thinking that her name was something with M. So she thought maybe Prabhupada will give me name Maya. So Prabhupada gave her name Mahamaya. So Prabhupada used to do like this. So, and then I was praying to Prabhupada that I couldn't come to see you. You gave us instruction to come and see you. So I got a dream that Prabhupada is traveling in Banaclean to see Krishna Balram and everything. So I feel so bad, so I went to the temple and I asked one devotee why I got dream like this. She said, you don't know Prabhupada is traveling like this. So when you have connection with your Guru, then he reciprocates with you. When Prabhupada was saying, my Guru is always with me. And then I forgot to tell you that one devotee's house there was a program. So we went, and living room was small. So all the sannyasis and brahmacharis and everybody was there. So he couldn't come in. So Prabhupada went like this. I came in 75, after that who become devotee. So everybody said his name because he was going Friday and coming Sunday. So they gave him a room, so he came and sit down where Prabhupada was sitting. And then Prabhupada asked him, what are you doing for your living? So he says, I'm an engineer. So Prabhupada says, engineer and doctors are so many, but we don't have a preacher. So the next day he gave up his job and became a preacher. And then he used to go to the temple and do seva in the temple, whatever is needed. Because Prabhupada didn't tell anyone else to give up their job, but he told him. So we thought, because it must be good for us, that's why Prabhupada is giving us this. And he did his engineering degree, that I won't feel like working again, and threw it in the garbage. And since that day we are holding Prabhupada's instruction that we should preach. Because that was Prabhupada's desire. We met Jayapataka Maharaj in Dallas. So he asked him question, Maharaj give me instruction, what should I do? So Maharaj think for a while and he says, fight. Always. He said, before I die, what should I do? He says, fight until you die. So that's what we are trying to do, that go everywhere, wherever there is. They invite us, so we go and preach. That's the instruction we are trying to keep hold. Hare Krishna.
Hare
We'll thank Maharaj by chanting loudly Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Kratu Das Maharaj ki jai.